Good morning, friends, and welcome to my time in Japan from the 26th of December to the 1st of January. We begin in Utsunomiya following Christmas. Isn't this city so beautiful? For lunch, my friend took me to a place that served a dish called tendon, otherwise known as tempura don, where they have lots of fried foods and vegetables in a bowl with rice. And oh my goodness, it was so delicious. There were so many set options and it took me a while to choose. I'm really happy with my choice because I love tempura prawns, but my goodness, it was so much to eat. I could not finish it, and I'm so glad they let us do takeaway. Don't waste your food! I recommend bringing gloves if you don't when you go in December. It was freezing and I regret not buying gloves before, but I got to buy these cute ones that my friend helped me pick out. Do you like them? Got to visit a few anime stores, but sadly we didn't find what we were looking for. Weirdly, Japan only stocks the anime that's in season. I wanted older things! On the way home, I spotted this cute store that has fruits and mochi skin. And we may have bought a few things that you'll see later after a nap and dinner. Dinner was at this really cool restaurant that serves, I guess they're called izakayas, kind of like tapas. They have like some gyoza, some really friendly chefs. There's like skewers and all sorts of little things you can eat. We got a bunch of variety and I'm excited to show you. To start with, they give you a selection of entrees and I should have chose peaches like my friend. It was so refreshing. For dessert, we have those fruits wrapped in mochi skin from earlier. The cool thing about these fruits are they come with these strings, and they have instructions for you to tie the strings and cut the fruits.
Oh, you know I really do like mochi skin.
Mochi skin?
Yeah.
You...
It didn't work! It rolled!
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, I couldn't cut the grape as smoothly as I could cut the strawberry. It took a few attempts, and I kind of butchered it. But they still tasted delicious. Even though fruits are really expensive in Japan, I really recommend you try them. They're so juicy and sweet. Welcome to my ideal travel style, where it's one day relaxing and then one day traveling out. And today we're going to Tokyo! Have you been to Ikebukuro before? It is such a cool suburb. There's so much to see and do. Starting with my favorite place that actually my friend introduced me to. You can get baseball-sized takoyakis here, these octopus balls. And they fill it with tons of stuff as well. So there's like tempura bits, there's mushrooms, there's little sausage bits. Oh my goodness, they were so good. And you know, this store used to be a little food truck when I came a few years ago pre-COVID? It's so cool to see that they have their own big store now. And another cool thing is, they had a Chainsaw Man promotion! And I got our boy Aki as a little coaster. Isn't he cute? After our little takoyaki treat, we went to a nearby park, which apparently used to have lots of stray cats, but it looks a lot quieter now. Nearby, thankfully, there's this shopping center, and it has the cutest Studio Ghibli store. I wanted to buy so much, but my apartment is a bit small at the moment, and I am looking for a new one when I get back to Australia. We'll see if we can buy stuff and bring it back next trip. Next door to the Studio Ghibli store is a Disney store. Isn't that amazing? Again, there were so many things I wanted to buy, starting with this white snow Winnie the Pooh bear. Oh, isn't he precious? For desserts, I spotted this taiyaki store. Taiyaki is this really nice fish-shaped waffle, which has usually custard or red bean inside, and I highly recommend the custard. I wonder if you've heard of this giant store called Animate. It is this huge anime manga store, and it wasn't fully built when we visited in December. Oh, we were a bit crushed. They had Chainsaw Man promotions on, they had like a few anime games on display, but not much. Thankfully next door there was a little underground store, and I got these cute keychains for some of my friends. Okay, so I decided to treat myself and I went back to the Disney store for a few goodies. Something you might notice in Japan is there are tons of arcades with crane games. And my friend is apparently very good at these.
Hey? That's good, that's good. Okay.
Oh dear. So we found one that looked interesting. I haven't actually seen Spy X Family yet, have you? But I've heard excellent things about it, and these cups look so cute. I was really excited when my friend won them. I can't wait to use them in Australia. It's time to leave Ikebukuro and head to Shibuya! It's so convenient to catch the trains in Tokyo. Welcome to Shibuya! The station's so pretty, there's so many shops all around it. We had a dinner reservation at a special kind of restaurant where you can fish your dinner. There was quite a good selection of fish, and my friend chose a flounder. I've never seen one in real life, and they were surprisingly flatter than I expected. For the fishing technique, you're just given a rod with a hook, and you just pull the fish up. Oh, you feel a bit guilty actually.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow.
That is very scary.
The highlight of my meal, I think, was definitely the lobster sashimi. I didn't know you could sashimi lobster, and it tastes so good fresh. We ordered a set menu that came with this little hot pot and these mini cake desserts. It was not bad actually. Such a fun way to end the night with birthday celebrations before we headed home. To start off today, we're going to a restaurant that specializes in grilled pork. They have these delicious rice bowls with thinly sliced grilled pork, little onsen-y kind of egg, runny egg, and little bowls of an egg drop kind of soup. It was such a balanced meal. Besides a bit of a lack of vegetables, it was a pretty good meal. Would recommend this place. We saw this cute postcard book, kind of bookmark shop on the way home, and I wish I could have bought some of the prints. I should have. Following that and lunch, we had to be responsible responsible, and it was time to do laundry. A few hours later, my laundry is done. One of my favorite characters is Jack Skellington. I remember watching The Nightmare Before Christmas as a child, and I couldn't help but get this cute little figure when I saw it. And bonus, I didn't know it came with candy! Honestly, the candy was not that good, but it's so nice to have this little Jack figure now. For dinner, we went to a restaurant that specializes in ramen and tsukemen. Tsukemen is a dish that's kind of like ramen, but the broth is on the side, and you dip the noodles in it, which is kind of interesting. It was very delicious, and the broths are so much more concentrated than the ramen when they're on the side to dip in. I've got that post-dinner walk, happy full feeling. We stopped by the izakaya bars on the way home, and we found this one that specializes in oden, which is pretty much like Japanese hot pot. We met some of the locals who were really friendly, and we got some soupy things to try. Interesting food. Today we're off on an adventure to Fukushima for mountain climbing. Let's go!
Oh my god. That's so great.
We've arrived in Fukushima, welcome. And we headed straight to our hotel, which thankfully wasn't too far from the train station. Funnily enough, it turns out this hotel is more of like a hostel, so there's like a community bathroom and a communal showers and things. Yeah. This is our room that I shared with my friend. We cheaped out and shared a bed. Whereas our male friends decided to get 2 separate beds, so this is the guys' room. Before we climb a mountain, we must make sure we have enough food in us.
Put in the coins, the cash there, and I'm gonna get this.
So we went to get ramen. Here's the cool vending machine that you can order from, and there's so many options. This was so delicious. I love how chunky and thick the pieces of pork were, and the noodles. Oh. And then it turns out my friend also recorded as I was recording me too. After dinner, we went to go buy some snacks and drinks before we climbed the mountain. How else do you climb the mountain without food and things? To begin this mountain climbing journey, there were quite a few sweeping kind of hills, road hills, and it made me wish we drove. However, at about the halfway point here, where we could see a nice city view, it turned into a lot of stairs following this. 45 minutes later, we arrived at the top. Here's this spectacular view. We made it! 45 minutes later.
Yes! Yes!
Climbing back down the mountain, we went such a weird way that wasn't the main track, and there was so much nature. It was terrifying but worth it. We needed to rest after that mountain climb, so we're back at the hotel for naps, snacks, before we head out again. Here we are, we found some nice izakayas nearby the hotel. The guys went to go get ramen. I don't know how they can still eat after that full meal, whereas my friend and I went to go find a nice place to sit, get some drinks.
Yeah, woo! Oh, smash!
And snacks. The guys came to join us shortly after, and I tried my best.
Hey, cheers.
3, 2, 1.
Is that really the strongest you got?
While we were snacking and drinking, it started snowing. I just had to get out of the tent and record it.
Happy birthday, William!
You meant the same one.
No, it's alright. It's alright one.
We are waking up for the day. It's a new day, and we're ready to go to the onsen for hot spring bathing. And surprisingly, we're not hungover. So to get to the hot spring, we just had to catch one bus.
Tsuchiyu Onsen.
The weather was so perfect today. I love how sunny it is, and then there's like the light layer of snow as well. Before we went to the hot springs, we first needed to refuel for the day and get some food. We stopped by this place that had a variety. We got some pork tonkatsu, a beef spring onion soba, and some tempura don. Very delicious. We then split up after lunch because hot springs in Japan tend to be male and female separated. My friend and I found this cute fountain, and further up the trail we found this foot bath.
And it's free.
When you initially get your feet in, it is very hot, but you can get used to it quite fast, and it was so relaxing. On our way up to the foot baths initially, we passed this nice pudding place, and I'm so glad we got to go try some things when we were on our way back down. Tea floats. So we have chocolate pudding, custard strawberry pudding. It's not bad. We're done with Tsuchiyu Onsen and we're on to Yamagata now. However, my friend and I accidentally caught the train the wrong way to Sendai and we bought the correct tickets to go back, but we had to wait an hour for the next train. To cheer ourselves up, we went to the famous Zunda store, where I think everything's kind of made with edamame, the beans. We got this ice cream bun, but it turned out we had to wait an hour to eat it, so it was perfect to eat on the train. Thankfully, when we arrived in Yamagata, the main park area we wanted to go to was still open, but the main castle exhibit thing was under construction! Oh, oh dear. Surprisingly, on the train to Yamagata, my friend and I were talking in English, and a guy sitting across us noticed and recommended this restaurant to us. It was such a delight coming to this restaurant, and they had such a cool variety of Japanese, a bit of Chinese food as well. Oh man, we missed our last train home, so we ended up staying in Yamagata instead of day tripping to Yamagata.
I hate this morning. It is early, we're in the same clothes.
We woke up at 6 a.m. so we could catch an early train back to Fukushima because we had to make it back before our hotel checkout, pack up our things, and head to Utsunomiya for a New Year's Eve party. Let's end 2022 on a good note. I haven't shown them too much, but I love 7-Eleven breakfasts in Japan. The buns, the sandwiches, everything. So good. We made it back to Utsunomiya in one piece and checked into our hotel. Here it is. What do you think? We had a bit of time before meeting friends to prepare for the New Year's Eve party and stop for some udon! Here's apparently a very famous chain in Japan, and they were very delicious, very affordable and cheap. This was such a comfort meal. I got my favorite kind, which is the kitsune udon, which has these delicious sweet bean curd skins. We can't just show up to a New Year's Eve party empty-handed, can we? So we stopped by for some snacks and drinks. When we arrived at my friend's house, he had some delicious jam bread.
Happy New Year!
Wow. Hey! Happy birthday, Jesus.
You see this thing I'm holding? My friend specially got it for me for this hot pot, and I'm so happy. It's basically tofu bean curd skin and mochi inside.
It looks nice. Oh, you're at Pat. Eat it first. Yeah, tell me it's not.
Midway through the dinner celebrations, we stopped by Utsunomiya train station because another friend was arriving from Australia.
I'm sure that looks right, right?
It is mine.
Okay, don't judge. This was a lot of our first times making takoyaki, and though they look a little worse for wear, they were still delicious, and we did improve with time.
Hey, itaraki!
Itadaki!
Oh my god. Oh my god. I really want this cheesiest shit. That shit's so beautiful. Oh my god.
It is.
What's in it? What's in it?
It's red. Hey, God. It's exactly what it said.
It's like dessert bread. Yeah. It's not real bread. It's just food. It's like emergency food. You eat this or you die. It's not even that good.
Cheers.
Hey, fuck 2022!
Happy 2023! To start the new year, we headed off to the temple, and it was packed. There were food stalls, there were large stairs, and heaps of people crowding. When we reached the top, we threw a 5 yen coin in. We bowed and clapped and said prayers. I'm wishing you all the best for 2023. Good morning, it's the start of the new year. We checked out of our hotel, my friend went back home, and I went to go meet my other friends again. One friend just arrived from Singapore and he brought me this cute llama mask that says lots of la, like Kanla, okay la. So cute! We had such a relaxing day before we headed to the hot springs. This place was so cool. It was giant, it had very nice male-female hot springs.
Is it?
And on a whole different floor they had crane games and a Japanese barbecue.
Cheers.
This was the perfect end to 2022 and the start of 2023. Thanks for watching!